Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to create a switchboard in Microsoft Access. So a switchboard is an interactive user interface where a user can select multiple choices to determine what he or she wants to do. So the switchboard provides quite a number of options in which the user decides what functionality he wants to use or what he wants to execute. So I have created a database which is the Nekta management system, which is the project for this year's KCSE examination. So I'm going to guide you through how to create the switchboard and how to make it very interactive so that the user interface can be very nice to use and it can be very presentable. So I've created quite a number of tables. I've created 8 tables and I've created forms for the tables, but I've not yet created queries and reports. So I'm going to use these two to create the switchboard. So a switchboard is basically a form that is modified to contain different control buttons that guide a user from one page to another. So the first thing you have to do when creating a switchboard is to create a blank form. Move to the Create tab and then this option right here, blank form, then click this option. Now it will open this blank window, which is the form view. Now just right click and move to the design view. So after reaching the design view, you have to adjust the margins of the form. So you have to drag up to the end of the screen, and then at the bottom adjust to increase the size. So now the form is ready to be used. Now the first thing, let's save. Let's say switch one, let's say switchboard one, and then okay. Now let's start designing the form. Now we want to give the individual who is going to use this database the functionality of adding data in all these tables. Now to add data in all these tables, the individual is going to use the corresponding forms for each table. So we are going to add functionalities for navigating to all these forms. So first things first, let's make our form to be visually impressive. So let's add a background image to our form. So move to the Format tab, Background Image, and then Browse. So it will open this pop-up menu where you can navigate in all your directories and select where you want to select where you've saved an image that you want to use. In my case, I've saved it in the desktop, this project folder, images, and let's say I want to use this one. Then now it will automatically set it as the background of the form. Now it's nice to have a personalized image. For example, if you're working on for example a school management system, you can have a background image maybe of some books or something that is personalized to make it more engaging. So when I move back to the form view, you can see it's nice than the blank that was before. So let me navigate back to the design view. Now I'm going to add a label in the design tab. I'm going to add a label. It's going to contain this system is called the Nekta management system. Okay, now let me adjust Okay, so I've entered the title of the system. Now let me format this text to be more presentable. Move to the format tab. You can bold, increase the font. Let me put, for example, font 30, and then you have to adjust the text box to accommodate for the size. Okay, now I think it's nice. The size is nice. So let me also change the color of the text. Let me, for example, use color green. Let me use color green. Yeah, I think it's nice. It's nice. Now when you move to the form view, you can see how it's very nice. Okay, let me underline it. Also in the exact same the format tab, just select the whole text and then you underline or control. You can also italicize if you feel like it. Also you can change the alignment right here. You can left align, center align, or right align. Okay, let us use center align in our case. So there's quite some many formatting options that you can use. You can change the font. For example, let me use the Algerian font, the Algerian font, or let me use actually the Times New Roman font, because it's a standard font, Times New Roman. Okay, let me adjust this text box to accommodate the data. Okay, now I think it's nice. It's quite nice. Okay, now we've put the title of our system, which is the Nekta management system. Now the second step is what functionalities are we going to perform in our system. First, we are going to allow users to enter data using these individual forms. So first, let's implement that functionality. So to do that, move to the design tab and then use this button option. Just click it, come here, and then you can just drag, and then if this security pop-up comes up, just click open. So this pop-up brings a number of options this button is going to perform. You can use for record navigation, record operation, form operation, report, application, and miscellaneous. Now the first one that we're going to put is the application. If you want to close the database, we use the quit application functionality. For example, you finished all the work you are doing in the database, you can just click this form. This is the button of quit application to close the database. Now next, the text is more elaborative than the picture. Next, and then finish. Now this button right here, let me move it down here. Quit app. Okay, now that's nice. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add another button. Let me add another button right here. Let me add, for example, a button that is going to open the farmers form. Open form. Move to next. Now it will give you an option. What form do you want to open? What opening functionality? What functionality of opening a form are you going to assign to this button? So as I have said, I'm going to assign the farmers records. So move to next, and then next, and then Now write in the text. You have to personalize it. Let's say add stroke remove farmers, and then next, and then finish. Now you can adjust the size of this button. You can make it larger. Now let's add another button. It's another button, form operation, open form. Let's say we want to add another farmer who has completed a training. Next, oh no, that's the second option. Add farmer. Let's say completed training. And then you finish. Can adjust it, the size. Okay, now that's nice. Okay, let me add another one. I want, for example, I want to open this the harvesting kit table form, the form that defines what types of kits the farmers own and the ones that they've ordered for. So kits owned and ordered, and then finish. Okay, now let me add another one. Let me use the trainees form. Now this form will add the member farmers who've registered for training exercise. Add new trainee, and then finish. Okay, now we've added the 4 options for the forms. We've added 4 options for the forms. Now let's edit these buttons to be better than the way they are. Now you can move to the format tab in the shape effects. So you can change the type of shapes, the color that they are. You can also change the shapes of the individual. For example, you can use the oval. Also you can add some outlines of different colors. Also effects, you can add shadow, glow and bevel. Let me add shadows. Also add the glow. Okay, now we've finished adding the buttons. Now let's add another label right here. That now let's tell the user that this column is for modifying records. Modify records. Let's also format this one. Let's bold it. Let's use the Algerian. Nigerian font, and also color red. And font size 16. Also underline. Now when I move to the form view, it's very presentable. So in the form view, now we can see how the switchboard is supposed to work. Now for example, I want to add or remove a farmer. I will just click on the add stroke remove farmer button, and it will get me automatically to this form, which I will use to add or remove any farmer. So let me go back to the switchboard, and the second one is add farmers who have completed their training. It will also get me to the respective form. Now the third one is the kits owned and ordered, and also this one, it will get me to the respective form, and the last one also, it will get me to the respective form. Now you've noticed that I've been moving manually from the switchboard to the other forms, back from the other forms to the switchboard, because I've not defined buttons that are supposed to go back. For example, if I move to this form, add stroke remove farmers, there's no button that will take me back to the switchboard where I've come from. Now to do that, move also to the design view of this form. You can adjust the margins. Now also using the button, just add another button down here. Form operations, open form. Now open the switchboard. Now it will take you back to the switchboard. Use text. Now here use the back. Just type back and then finish. And then put it down here. And to do it very fast, you can just copy this button. It will copy the button plus all its attributes. So I've copied the form. Now when I go back to the form view, if I press back, it will take me back to the switchboard. Okay, now let's add to all these other forms. Design view. Now I can just paste because I copied that button. Now it's right here, so I just move it. That's fine. So when I click back, it will take me back. The third one. Back to the form view. It will also take me back. Also this one, the final one. Okay, also this one, it will take me back to the switchboard. Now this switchboard is the first screen that an individual is supposed to interact with when he or she opens the database. Now to make this one the login form, the default form of the database, you move to the file tab, you move to the options tab. Now it will open this pop-up. This is the preferences tab. Now move to the current database tab, and then you can see there's an option here called display form, and you can see we've not set any. Now using this drop down arrow, just click and then select switchboard and then click OK. Now you must close the database and open it again for it to take effect. So let me close the database. Let me select these forms and then open it again. Now, as you can see, it has opened the switchboard automatically. It has not opened the blank interface as as it normally does. So this is the the way you can set any form to be the default form when you open the database for the first time. Also, another automation tool that I've not covered is the buttons that are supposed to be used to add, delete, print, duplicate data in the forms. So those are called control buttons. And to do that, just move, for example, this farmer's form to the design view. Okay, let me bold this title so that it can be visible. Let me change its color and font. Okay, now that's better. So to add the buttons that will be used to add, delete, duplicate records, you use the exact same button that you've been using, this one. Just add another button. If this pop-up comes, just open. Now instead of using the record operation, the form operation, you use the record navigation and record operation. So in this case, we're going to use the record operation. The first one is adding a new record. When you want to add a new record, you use this button. Next, and then you finish. And then another button, record operation, delete record. Next, and then finish. Another one, let's say print record, and then finish. Then another one, save record, finish. So let's move back to the form view. Now when you want to add a new record to the form, you click the add record, and as you can see, it has removed all the data that was present in these text boxes. So for example, I want to add a new student, for example, Brian. Gender, let's say it's male, yes, automatically. ID number 250, let's say this random number. Mobile number 2547, let's say this is the mobile number. Location, this one. Address, let's put some random numbers. And then also this one, status, also let's put some, there are some options. Okay, let's say mini IVE. And then training status, has the farmer been trained? Yes. And does a farmer have any pending records that has not been processed? No. And then you just click save record. Now the database has saved this record in the table corresponding to this form. So if you want to view the table, the record, you just move to this table. As you can see, it's right here. It's the first one, Brian, male, ID number this one, mobile number this one, this location, address, number of vibes, training status, and pending. So that's how you can add the records using the forms and using the automation buttons. So guys, those are the basics of using switchboards in Microsoft Access. So in this case, I've added buttons that link only to the forms, but in case you've created queries and reports, now you can create another column. For example, let me illustrate that. For example, let me say view reports, view reports, view reports. Let me view reports. Also modify queries, modify queries. Modify queries. Okay, so after you've created them, you can just add the buttons right here to link to the specific reports or queries. Also, if you might see the need of linking the tables, you can also add another column to accommodate the tables of the database. So guys, those are the basics of creating Switchboard in Microsoft Access. Actually, I've covered almost everything, that all the knowledge that you need to start creating complete switchboards, which are very very usable, that have very good user interface, that are pleasing to the users, and that can make that can get some real work done. So guys, in the next video I'm going to cover the queries of this project, and then generate the reports, and then I'm going to also link the reports and the queries in this switchboard so that the system can be complete. And also we're going to create a relationship between all the tables to make sure that referential integrity is ensured in the database. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.